Hello there, welcome to Buckinghamshire. This is Amersham Road, right next to the M25, or also known as the London Orbital Motorway. And this is the filming location where we first see the Watcher in the final poignant Tom Baker episode, Logopolis. It's also the introduction of Tegan. It's a bit of a shame she never had longer with Tom Baker. I think that partnership would have worked very well. So Tegan's on her way to her new job, having left her home in Battersea, and she gets a puncture. Filming date here, as you can see on the clapperboard, is the 17th of December 1980, and what a very cold day it looked. You can see lots of frost on the ground when Adric steals the bike. She comes under this viaduct. She turns in at this lay-by, and the TARDIS materialises shortly after. It's not the most pleasant of views now with this monstrosity overhead, and perhaps the "Take Your Litter Home" sign should have been kept here that we see in the episode, as it's a very sad sight indeed. Despite there being a few manholes down this lay-by, the spot where Tegan parks can be pinpointed by the manhole cover on the main road. Thankfully, they always stay where they are, even with countless resurfacing across the years. This is the manhole cover next to her car, so puts it approximately here, which in turn puts the TARDIS here. Diagonally across from the car is the manhole on the main road. Adric takes the bike for a diversion, and you just get a glimpse of him coming onto the grass, almost adjacent to Tegan's car. So when he's laying on the grass, there's the manhole cover, which means it's diagonally from the car. When the chief yells to his officer to stop the doctor, both he and Adric run directly across in front of the car to the TARDIS, so it all tallies up perfectly. And then really the first moments that mark the beginning of the end for Tom Baker's Doctor. He spots somebody lurking across the road, and of course it's the Watcher. If you look in the background behind the field, you see a set of trees, and that's this set here. Find our way across. There's a new barbed wire fence, but I'm quite certain that this is the fence that we see in the episode. 4 decades have passed, but if we look here, there's 4 levels to them. One we won't see because of the grass sticking up, but we can see 2 levels are missing. If you look to the right hand side post, you can see where they slot in, with just the section of the upright post showing above it. Fences can last that long, and it does look like they just left it all here when they put the new barbed wire fence across. Amersham Road wasn't the original choice of location for this episode. It was due to be right here at the side of the Barnet bypass and the M1, the location of the very last public police call box. Sadly, it was vandalised shortly before filming, so old pieces were constructed from former TARDISes at the BBC and used at Amersham Road. That's quite evident to see when there are close-ups of it. And on the left-hand side here, Rowley Lane, a road full of filming locations from the greats of the golden era, such as the George and Mildred movie, On the Buses and The Prisoner. A road that is just 10 minutes from the hallowed ground of Elstree Studios. After leaving the lay-by, the Doctor plans to dematerialise in the River Thames, but lands right here on Cadogan Pier. They come out to investigate, and the camera zooms out from on the Albert Bridge. Here they're looking down the Thames towards Chelsea Bridge, with Battersea Bridge behind them. He says something's not quite right and turns round. He looks up onto the Albert Bridge and he sees the Watcher, who's beckoning him over. and he heads off up this gangway to go and meet with him. A phenomenal piece of acting can last minutes or seconds, and I think this small piece here with Tom Baker's facial reaction is remarkable. You don't need words to understand how he's feeling. It's a look of fear and the unknown, which he's not used to. Tom Baker truly delivers perfection in this. And he's told that it's shortly going to be the end for his incarnation. Arriving back at the TARDIS, he tells Adric he's just dipped into the future and must be prepared for the worst, and the TARDIS dematerialises, heading off to Logopolis. Thanks for watching.